Hasan is talking about you? Oh my god, has he finally been pressured? Is he finally that mad?
Like,
oh no.
It's also kind of sad that, you know, so many people just like treat this like a game. Because we're so far removed from the actual conflict, we're so far removed from the humanity that we can have these conversations about like whether or not it is whether or not like who scores points in a debate. Also, your viewpoint should come from moral clarity, not what the best talking points you can Google are. I mean, that too. And anyone who says that like Destiny and his perspective on this wasn't like
oh my god
arranged ahead of time.
How much pressure is he feeling if he's actually saying my name on stream? Oh no.
Hasan and others online is that like a lot of the debate YouTubers and whatnot actually arrive at a conclusion after like going through the research and reading and compiling evidence, and then they arrive at their conclusion. And you don't do that. You actually you have your conclusion, you work backwards from said conclusion. This is not true.
The funny thing is
as well.
The funny thing is
what guides me is simply
I can't pause because it'll fuck.
And what I believe in, like, you know, foundational principles that I have.
That's bullshit.
In every single circumstance.
You can watch my entire thought process from start to finish. You saw me not know anything about the conflict, to learning the history of it, to reading modern, going through the reports. You've seen my process literally the entire time. Like, Hasan had an opinion about this entire conflict before the first bombs dropped. He already knew what he felt about it.
Not a very...
How could he possibly accuse me of the same thing? You can go and watch the 200 hours of streaming done reading and research around this if you don't believe me. Like, there's zero transparency to your process. Like, what reading has he done on stream? What research has he done on stream? What has he done besides perusing headlines and reading from the Gray Zone or the Intercept and then bringing on his circle jerk friends to suck off his own opinion? Like, how can you even possibly hope to pass this lie off over anybody besides your own rabid fan base? Like, the difference is night and day. Holy shit.
Taking a side on a debate because they want to take a side. I've said this before. You know, a lot of people say, Hasan, you're morally lucky. You arrived at this on your own, which is not true. My positions have shifted on matters over the course of the past couple of years. But I'd rather be morally lucky than morally unlucky, I guess.
What? Doesn't even know what morally lucky means? If you're morally lucky, that... Never mind.
Anyway, let's continue. And we're so kind. Oh, this is what I was going to say. Norman's debate with...
I like how he's actually got this unhinged Squirrel Girl's tweets up. And again, remember, this is always a thing. Remember, hold on. Just as a difference in how we approach things, okay? When I'm criticizing these guys, I am always playing their full videos. I'm always giving you the full context of what they're saying. I'm always showing you the tweets, their stated words, past YouTube videos, right? I'm always looking at everything. I would never, ever, ever, ever criticize a person by showing you a hearsay, a tweet of what somebody else said they said. Just as a heads up. I have never in my life done this. Keep in mind the difference in treatment between how Hasan and Vosh, too, they both do it. How both of them approach me versus how I approach them, right? What's Destiny been doing on stream? Well, let me tell you, because somebody else tweeted a picture about him and then put some text, right? And this person is a known, like, anti-fan. This Zay Squirrel person has hated me for years. Norman's debate with Destiny is going to be totally useless like his debate with Richard Wolf was. His knowledge is just compiling a document of talking points, which he has been doing for hours now, hilarious with some tutor he hired, then reading it off quickly. Like, you can see that, one, this is a note-taking app. These aren't just talking points. These are literally just questions. And then two, my tutor, like it? Like, have you even watched my stream before? Like, what is even that assumption? And then three, do you think I've only been researching this for 2 hours? I know that you know that's not true because you've been watching clips of me blow up on Twitter when people are making fun of, like, me getting something wrong on a map or whatever, right? Destiny literally couldn't locate Israel and Palestine on a map a few days ago. Now it's just a few days ago. And now he's copy-pasting talking points from Wikipedia that are rattled off trying to appear confident and knowledgeable to joking about. What did I copy-paste from these off of Wikipedia? It doesn't even make sense. Does Wikipedia have questions for Norm?
Destiny is going to be totally useless like his debate with Richard Wolf was. His knowledge is just compiling a document of talking points, which he has been doing for hours now. Hilarious with some tutor he hired, then reading it off quickly. Garbage. Destiny literally couldn't locate Israel and Palestine on a map a few days ago, and now he is copy-pasting talking points from Wikipedia that will rattle off to appear confident and knowledgeable as a joke and a waste of time. This is part of the reason why it's like really, 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 really unproductive to have
unproductive. I love that new word that he's using, unproductive. Was your debate with Willie Mack, the guy that you hounded on Twitter, was that a productive conversation?
And he could technically look very confident in that conversation and maybe even rhetorically overpower someone who's as big as a boomer as Norman.
First of all, one, Norman is incredibly rhetorically powerful, so you're already maybe you've never seen him speak before ever, or maybe I'll be humble. Maybe I haven't seen him speak enough. I've seen 6 or 7 of Norm's debates so far. Rhetorically, he's actually pretty good. He has all of his talking points in line. He's really good at steamrolling people if they try to talk over him. We saw 3 examples of that yesterday. He's written like 12 books on Israel-Palestine. He does a lot of media appearances. He's not like an academic historian. He's like I don't know if I'd say pop historian. He's like a popular media figure historian. He makes a ton of appearances on a ton of shows. He's underselling Finkelstein here, and he's underselling my knowledge, technically, right? I don't just have 2 hours of reading on this, right? But he's saying, what is he saying? Finkelstein? He called him a boomer? What, like he's some old? What are you talking about? Finkelstein is incredibly adept at conversations. Why would you pretend like he's insecure, incapable? Not only is he incredibly adept, I'm pretty sure Finkelstein has actually been making the rounds on a lot of these shows. He was on Michaela Peterson. He was on this show. Pretty sure Finkelstein did an appearance on Candace Owens. Dave Owens, didn't he? Ooh, I thought he did. He suggested her for a thing, and he said he had a good media appearance with her. He did that thing on the is it called the Comedy Cellar podcast? What's the one that we did? Yeah, he's got a ton of older debates with people. We saw him that Russia Today thing. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just, this is such a stupid talking point. Like, it's clearly, he's like pre-coping by totally making it up. And then he's throwing Finkelstein under the bus at the same time. Like, yeah, he's poisoned the well against me and against Finkelstein.
With a document co-written with his tutor off. See, and then people go, I don't see the issue. Should he not research and debate a topic? It's like, bro, it's about exercising a level of like, it's about being a little bit more responsible with your...
More responsible? Excuse me, August, this is the part of the YouTube video where you roll the clips about him calling every single person that disagreed over the hospital bombing that he, by the way, ascertained exactly what happened in 2 hours by identifying JDAM sounds. Okay, this is the same guy that's watched Arma 3 footage and thought that it was real war footage, okay? This is the guy that can identify missiles from grainy videos. You're calling me irresponsible? Seriously?
Platform, I guess. I know everybody yells at me about this, but like, these are things that I've read for years and years.
You haven't read anything on this, you uneducated nitwit, bro. I don't think you even had time to read between your horseback riding lessons and whatever other like multi-million-dollar things that you did throughout all of your privileged childhood living in whatever gated community in Turkey you were on. Okay, where the only time you ever heard of a bombing from any people was when you saw it on the news channel. Okay, get the out of here, dude. Why can't he? Here, I'm curious. I'm not curious. Hold on. Bring it down. Will he make a single substantive critique of anything that I've said? Because I don't think the squirrel did, right? Is there a single substantive critique of a single thing that I've said on anything? Just one. Just one. Just one.
I think it's important to know what you're talking about if you think this is a complex situation. The confidence that you bring to the table might be good for a debate. The confidence that you bring to the...
bring to the table when you call people genocide supporters because they're disagreeing with you on a breaking news topic?
Conversation might be good for onlookers, right? Bystanders who are also not necessarily as educated on the subject. But that doesn't mean you're right. Not even caring about the topic and just treating a debate like a sporting event is so incredibly cringe. Exactly.
That's what you're doing. You think you give a about any of this? Bro, you cover breaking news on all this shit. All you do is you propagate the most meme opinions on it. Oh, one state, river to sea. Oh, like that's all you do. Like you have no good contribution to any of this.
It's also kind of sad that, you know, so many people just like treat this like a game because we're so far removed from the actual conflict. We're so far removed from the humanity that we can have these conversations about like whether or not who scores points in a debate. Also, your viewpoint should come from moral clarity, not with the best.
Keep in mind, the only real debate that he's had relating to Israel-Palestine was one that he tried to have with a YouTube commentary guy. That was his only, like, adversarial conversation on this. And the guy didn't even let him have it. The guy wouldn't even, like, entertain it because he knew it was stupid. That was the only debate that he was willing to have on this. Like,
best talking points you can Google are. I mean, that too. And anyone who says that, like...
Also, if I just wanted to treat this like a game, why would I waste my time reading all this stupid? Why don't we just do what Hasan does? Because Hasan does no research, no reading, nothing educational on his stream. All he does is he reads news articles, and then he watches like other people's videos that he already agrees with, right? Like this is like 95%. Bro, I was shocked. I've turned, because I think it was like a month ago. I don't have time to watch streams. So there were times like, I wonder what Hasan does on stream, and I would turn on a stream randomly, and it's literally just him like eating and watching a video, or him eating and like reading a news article. That's like all he does on like 99% of his stream. That's what it seems like, at least. I don't know. Maybe he's doing something right now. Maybe he does read stuff and I miss it. Like, doesn't this guy have a poli-sci degree? Like, why not like cite some material, read some passages from a book, like give us any type of like actual deep dig into literally anything?
Destiny and his perspective on this wasn't like arranged ahead of time.
Oh, this is the part where
the best talking points you can Google are. I mean, that too. And anyone who says that like Destiny and his perspective on this wasn't like arranged ahead of time.
Like, that's so funny, because you like, I could have printed with 100% accuracy. I could have printed every single opinion you could ever give, literally on any conflict. Honest to God, we should play that game. If you like, if I can get ahead of a conflict, like, or just see it as it's breaking down in real time, I'll write the talking points for all of these guys. It's so easy. I could write all these talking points. Like every single, like Hasan has never given an original take ever on a stream. It's like, what do I think progressives want to hear? Let's go listen to Hasan. Like, that's literally it.
This is something I hear all the time when people will go, well, actually, the main difference between you, Hasan, and others online is that like a lot of the debate YouTubers and whatnot actually arrive at a conclusion after like going through the research and reading and compiling evidence, and then they arrive at their conclusion. And you don't do that. You actually you have your conclusion.
What is? Like, it's, I guess, well, it's all copy paste from Wikipedia. Wikipedia.